I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Sean. Hit that comment button. Drop a comment in the comment section. We gonna get straight to it. They gonna hate me for it. This right here, this one is for the women. So the brothers gonna hate me for it. You know, the cats in the rap industry, they gonna hate me for it. But the rap game is dead. The women have taken over the rap game. The rap game is dead. The women running this shit right now. We got too many of these zesty ass dude rappers, artists, CEOs, or whatever it is in the game, and they fucking it up. It's getting ridiculous now. And I believe a lot of this shit now. It's getting crazy with it. So what's happening is now you got allegations against Puff Daddy from a dude. So he having freak offs with men now. And then I started, well, this is the thing. A lot of people really, you know, it's kind of a dichotomy with it, but I understand it. I used to be an artist, you know, I still am an artist. You know, once you're an artist, you're always an artist, you know, because it's a part of your character. So I got music out. I was doing music, did music, things like that. But I do remember when I was in LA and I was moving around. You know, I was with some folks, dealing with some cats that was in the game. A producer named Focus. He was one of the producers for Dr. Dre. Yuck Mouth was met and was dealing with Yuck Mouth. Muta from the Outlaws. The lady that had discovered Tupac, Layla Steinberg. Me and her was working and doing some things out there in LA or whatever. And I came to LA straight from Chicago, so I'm coming to get in the game. I'm thinking, all right, it's real. You know, I'm coming from the streets. I'm trying to leave all that alone. I'm doing music. I ain't talking no crazy shit. I ain't talking about kill your mother, brother, selling dope, none of that. You know, I did come from that street element, but I'm trying to elevate. And the music you hear in the background, that's some of my music or whatever, but I'm trying to elevate. I'm getting in the game thinking these dudes is solid. I'm thinking, no, these brothers come from the hoods and the ghettos just like me. They trying to get out. They trying to make it and survive, and they solid. You know, I'm thinking real recognize real. Man, when I got in that game, man, I started seeing how some of these dudes was moving and the shit they was saying and how they was carrying and conducting themselves. Even in Atlanta as well. Even when I was in Atlanta, I was moving around and I didn't even feel comfortable no more. I didn't even feel comfortable being around a lot of these dudes because they was just so flawed and fugazi. A lot of them were just flawed and fugazi, and I didn't even feel comfortable putting myself in the same rooms with these dudes or just doing and dealing and doing anything with these cats. So I'm here to say, man, it's time we start believing these accusations about some of these clown ass niggas like Puff Daddy. It's a couple other ones, you know, we gonna get into it. I'm gonna pull up some receipts on them too, but the download and the brothers messed the game up. They ain't got no dick control. You got a lot of these dudes like Puff Daddy, Andre Harrell, Russell Simmons, Africa Bambaataa, Clive Davidson. They perverts. These dudes are perverts. And I really and truly honestly think it's a lot of these cats are the dudes that were never able to get women or date women or get chose or any of that. So when their talent did put them in a position where they were making money and making moves and calling shots, they started being the gatekeepers. And they started using their power as access to sex to women and men that were looking to get in the game. So they started being the gatekeepers. And that's when the game got messed up. Right now, man, they need to get rid of all this 50 years of hip hop and start all over. It's trash. The hip hop genre right now is trash, and it's just coming out more and more and more, and it's gonna continue to come out. I was reading an article about the Puff Daddy situation, and they were breaking down a timeline of all the accusations and the nonsense that he got going on. And it says, we'll read a little bit of the article, then we'll get into the timeline. And like I said, look, I'm not hating on the brother, hating on the man, or none of that. You know, he done paid his dues. He done got his bag. He done got, he's been in the game. He's doing his thing. But it's time for a lot of these dudes to sit their ass down or take accountability for the actions that they were perpetrating on others. It ain't no hate. It's just simple logic and simple math. I'm a father. I have a daughter. I have a son as well. And I'm just thinking to myself, how would I feel about some slimy ass cats like them propositioning my daughter or my son even for sexual acts or favors to get in the game, to get access to the music business and the music game, and that's non-negotiable, man. That's a no-no. That shit, right? Stuff like that, man. We used to say back in Chicago, man, you get your head split for that. And Puff Daddy been doing it for a long time because he got money and he got access to money and he in the game. And if you think about it, Puff Daddy, he came up under dudes like Andre Harrell. He had accusations against him, rest in peace, before he passed away. And they learned the game from the Jewish guy Clive Davidson. Clive Davidson, he's a closeted homosexual. So it goes down the line. They probably had to do something strange for some change to get in the game, and now they lame. Look at that, I rhyme without even trying. But let's read the timeline of some of these Puff Daddy or P. Diddy or Brother Love, whatever his damn name is now. And if you look at it, his names sound saucy. You know what I'm saying? His name sound P. Diddy. Call me Puffy or Daddy and all that. Come on, man. We need some real men to start standing up in this game and calling out these suckers for doing this nonsense. That's what we need to do. There's not enough real G's or real men in the game pointing them out and saying, nah, we got to separate from y'all. Y'all doing that sideways shit. We ain't with that. So the rap game is full of chumps, suckers, simps, and it's time to just wipe them all out and restart. It's time to thin the herd and restart with a whole new stock. It's too many in the game. Jay-Z, one of them too. They said it was allegations and accusations of him messing with Foxy Brown and young cats like that, Younger Leah and shit like that. So all these dudes are trash. But it says in recent months, Sean Diddy Combs, the hip-hop billionaire who played a major role in commercializing rap, has become the subject of several civil suits accusing him of sexual misconduct, including rape and assault. They finna send him to jail. That's the next step in it. Right now, I think they're trying to put together RICO cases and sex trafficking cases and charges. They're gonna do him just like they did R. Kelly. Watch what I tell you. And I don't understand why black men can't just get money, get you a couple grown women that want to do the things you want to do and keep it cool like that. How are you forcing and making people do things they don't want to do and you feel good with that? That don't even sound right, man. I've never wanted to deal with a woman or do anything with a woman and it's not consensual or they willing. That wouldn't even feel correct. And you got these dudes, they so thirsty and they so weird with it. They want to experiment with men now. They need to just go and come out the closet. Puff Daddy, Africa Bambaataa, a lot of these other rappers that got accusations against them, they need to go and come out the closet. But it says, for many years, Combs represented affluence as he turned his stake in the Bad Boy Entertainment record label he founded into an empire that extended to fashion, media, liquor, and beyond. Whatever I want, I get. He yelled in a clip from his 2017 documentary, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, after smashing things on his desk. What was initially seen as a fodder for the grind set from the ultimate hustler mogul now feels like evidence of an aggressive, domineering disposition, one in line with the vicious person depicted in the filings. A timeline of these events dating back 30 years, juxtaposed with milestones from Combs' career, displays not only a chilling history of alleged violent behavior, but the way power and celebrity have shielded him. Wow. So they going all the way back to 1990 with some of the accusations of what he been doing. And when you start looking back at it and you think about it, he always shows signs of maybe being bisexual or something like that. He moving his pelvis too much. He up there dancing and shaking and gyrating just a little too much, man. Take that. Check this out. Just doing a little too much dancing and shaking and grooving around. Look. You did. Now, I ain't got nothing, ain't nothing wrong with dancing and all that, but to a certain extent, man, some of that's a little bit too much. Most men, grown men, we groove. We two-step and groove. We ain't doing all that extra with the hips and the shaking and the all that extra stuff. On this clip right here, he flirting with Fabulous. He had some drinks in him, so he kind of went a little crazy with it.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Yeah, when you put my all scrambling and scraping.
No. Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs.
Hey, you see the way Fabulous was looking at him? Fabulous was looking at him like, hey man, what's going on? Hey, what's up with that?
God damn it.
Check it out.
Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Will you put my bag?
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, when you put my
all scrambling and scraping.
No. Every day's your birthday on Drink.
Y'all see the way Fabulous was looking at him? He like, hey man, what's up with that?
Champs, goddammit.
But yeah,
I'm in.
Puff Daddy been on some weird stuff, since back in the day. But here's a timeline of a lot of the accusations that he had going against him. 1990, 1991, according to a November 2023 lawsuit, Combs and an R&B singer, Aaron Hall, allegedly sexually assault an unnamed victim and a friend after a music industry event, then beat her several days later when confronted. That's another one. Aaron Hall. Yeah, Aaron Hall, just like that's who R. Kelly kind of took his style and things like that from, was Aaron Hall. So, R. Kelly messing with the young girls. Aaron Hall, he was doing the same thing too. It was accusations against him as well. He been doing that shit too. It says 1991. According to the November 2023 lawsuit, Combs allegedly drugged, sexually assaults, and videotapes a 19-year-old Joy Dickerson after going on a date with him. Man. It says 1996, Combs is found guilty of criminal mischief for threatening a photographer from the New York Post with a gun. Okay, 1998, he starts throwing an annual party in the Hamptons and things like that. Okay. It says 1999, Combs, along with then girlfriend Jennifer Lopez and rapper Shine, are arrested in relation to a shooting at Club New York. But see, this is just a timeline also too of just showing how they think they can get away with anything. They get a little money, a little power, a little prestige, and they start thinking that they can just run and move and run amok and move how they want to move. That's why a lot of these brothers and athletes and things like that, they don't keep their money and they wind up getting in trouble because they have no self-control, let alone sexual control. They running around looking for a nut and an ejaculation, and they not trying to maintain themselves and have some what they call it, some patience, not even patience, but just having, I can't think of the word for it right now, but just having some decorum about themselves, about the way you do things and how how you run and how you move. It says 2005, Combs and singer Cassie Ventura meet for the first time, and Combs expresses interest in wanting to sign her to his label. Ventura is 19 years old and Combs is 37. So he knew Cassie, he was trying to, hit it up. He wasn't finna release too much music on it. If you see, Cassie never really did have a music career like that. So it was all a ploy just to kind of lure her in and use it for sexual access. That's the same thing that Russell Simmons did. I think he had a video clip where he was talking about how he liked to date young models. And, he liked to get them young. He liked to go to the fashion shows to get the young models. He had accusations against him about raping a female exec over at Def Jam, and he denies it. But you see, he took his ass over there to Bali. He sold everything. He say, I'm good, I'm out, I'm finna go on over here to Bali where they can't extradite me and put my ass in jail and none of that. So he got on the fuck up out of town. And if you ask me, that's what Puff Daddy gonna have to do in a minute. He gonna have to go and get out of town. Cause they about to put the cases on him. They gonna hit him with these lawsuits. He gonna settle these lawsuits. Then he gonna run out of money, and then they gonna lock him up. And they love doing this to the brothers and the black men, but I just can't lie no more now. A lot of these brothers are doing it to themselves. They putting themselves in bad positions, getting caught up, letting their small head control the big head, and they finding themselves in bad situations. Bad situations. Brothers, we gotta have some dick control. It says, in 2007, a lawsuit Gerald Webster alleges that Combs punched him and pushed his girlfriend and tried to spit on another woman outside Teddy's nightclub at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. In a statement, Combs' attorney Benjamin Braffman says it's just another example of an opportunist seeking to fabricate a lawsuit based on a flat-out lie to try to take advantage of Mr. Combs. The case is settled out of court in March 2008. You can't keep settling all these cases. If you're not guilty, you gotta fight some of this. In 2010, in a November 23 suit, Cassie claims all aspects of her life were controlled by either Mr. Combs or his management companies. She claims he paid for her apartment and all living expenses, and that he had access to her medical records. For instance, when Ms. Ventura began experiencing memory loss, potentially due to excessive drug use and or head injuries caused by Mr. Combs' beatings, her MRI results were provided directly to Mr. Combs. Mr. Combs also repeatedly arranged for his staff to drive Ms. Ventura to certain doctor's appointments. In this way, Mr. Combs exerted ownership over Ms. Ventura. So he had his people around him taking her to doctor's appointments, getting the doctor records, making sure he could have access and see all of that. So yeah, these brothers are guilty of some of this stuff, man. There are too many accusations. And then when I was saying how hip hop is killing itself, it's imploding on itself, it's because you got stuff like this going on from the beginning. Afrika Bambaataa, he's one of the founding members of the hip hop movement. He had a thing called Zulu Nation, and there were accusations of him sexually assaulting people for decades, young men too. Here it is, article right here. This is from this article is, I don't know when the date is, but I remember this story recently that came out, and what it says is alleged Afrika Bambaataa allegedly molested young men for decades. Why are the accusations only coming out now? Ron Savage grew up in the poverty-stricken Catskill Hills section of the Bronx in the 1970s. On the streets, gang violence was a fixture of a day-to-day life. One of the few reprises he had was a neighborhood hip-hop party thrown regularly at the center, a community space in the Bronx River housing. DJs played breakbeats from soul to funk and Latin records while b-boys danced and MCs rhymed. The parties drew droves of people, especially teenagers. It was at one of these parties in 1979 that Savage met Afrika Bambaataa. So this been going on in hip hop since 1979. This story right here, you can go pull it up and read it, but Afrika Bambaataa was throwing parties for the youth and kids and things like that since 1979. And it was back then that they were having allegations that he was, touching young boys and young men and things like that. Since back then. So hip hop started out with this nonsense. Started out sexual depravity and pervertism. There was another group that I liked. It was called X Clan. Let me see. It was called X Clan. And it says child rape lawsuit filed against members of X Clan, Black Watch, and famed New York recording studio. So these are the brothers right here. You know my picture. So these are the brothers right here. Now, I'm a hip hop head, like I said, because I grew up on hip hop. I grew up Run DMC, Houdini, Fat Boys, LL Cool J, Slick Rick. I grew up on all of that. But these brothers, they came out, I think, in the late 90s. And they were all about black empowerment. I used to love their music, man. They had some dope shit. They were about black empowerment. They were like on the Malcolm X type thing, standing up for our rights, being political and things like that. And now they got accusations of the sisters that were in their group or part of their movement. They were being sexually assaulted by them. Yeah, by them. X Clan, the ones that were talking about, yes, my queen, my sister, rah rah. Yeah. So hip hop been doing the bullshit. Let me see. Where is it at? Before joining Black Watch, Brother J. Let me see. It says here, after getting kicked out of her mother's home, one of the young ladies that was in the X Clan group from cutting school, Professor X allowed Patrice to sleep at their office in Brooklyn. Patrice remembers being always hungry while waiting for someone to return so she could eat. If days passed with no food, she resorted to eating out of garbage cans. It says pretty soon, Professor X started referring to Patrice as his golden child. This could refer to a concept taught by Malachi York. York taught that having sex with a child was an ancient ritual that was not only prescribed but produced fiercely loyalty in that child and was the opening of a sacred spiritual chamber. So they listened to the teachings of Dr. York, and Dr. York Malachi, he's locked up in prison for having a cult type thing and molesting and dealing with kids. So these rappers, these brothers, Professor X and X Clan, were listening to him, his teachings, and I think they were putting some of it in their music. And after a while, it says, after taking up residence in the office, it was not long before Patrice says she was sexually assaulted by Professor X and Brother J, who would have been 18 or 19 years old. Already desperate for food and shelter, she did not know where to turn. Patrice had already been caught sneaking into her mother's house in order to eat as much as she could while her mother was out. It says, the complaint file says the assaults took place in hotel rooms, public bathrooms, and at a famed New York recording studio. Professor X would take Patrice to the recording studio as they were working on an album To the East Blackwards. And this young lady, Patrice, she has a book about this. Here it is right here, The Unconscious Community. So she has a book about these sexual assaults and what was happening with X Clan, and it's out. And I remember hearing about this story years and years ago. And what it is a lot of these brothers, man, they don't know how to control their sexual urges. I understand that men have more of a sexual desire and more, I guess, sexual energy than most women, but you don't force that on women. So now what they're doing is they're making hip hop look horrible. Hip hop just had a 50-year anniversary, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna shut it down after 50 years because a lot of accusations swirling around the hip hop and music industry. A lot of accusations. Let's see. So this interview, like I said, with Puff Daddy talking about how he wanted to get up with Fabulous and party with Fabulous and things like that. It just go to show, man, these dudes are perverted. And a lot of these other rappers that a lot of people follow behind, they go along with it. They go along to get along and get in the game.
Where I look
miss
back on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real? Because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
But I'm talking about.
You hear it? Puff acting like him and Fabulous was dating or something like that. Now what caught me is nobody else is saying anything, not even Fabulous. At no time did Fabulous say, hey, hold on, man, you know, you doing too much. You know, yeah, it's cool, we hang out, we in the music and all, but all that other stuff you talking about, I ain't with that. So Fabulous was scared to stand up just as a man and stand up to him and say, hey man, I ain't rocking with that. I know for a fact that's one of the reasons why I wasn't allowed in the music game to any full extent or my full potential, because I wasn't going for it. I was not going for it. And then also too, let me see. Well, we're gonna let it play.
For your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't never really party. Like, what is Puff trying to say, man? Nah. I was looking also at something too. There was a documentary out, and they were talking about the underground, I guess, trans culture or something like that. And they were doing certain dances. I'm gonna see if I can pull up some of these certain dances that they were doing. Let me see. And then what you'll do, you'll see the dances that the gay community are doing are a lot of the same dances that a lot of these new young drill rappers are doing in their videos. Let me see. Where is it at? What be happening is I really can't find it right now. I'm gonna have to let me see. I'm gonna have to find some of the videos with her, but if you'll go search some of the videos that a lot of the rappers are doing,
Puff Daddy's legal ways are
they're basically they're dances that you would see in the underground voguing community, like Vogue dancing. A lot of them rappers do the same dances. A lot of the drill rappers, like 504 and all that, where they be jumping down on the ground and bouncing up and doing all that. A lot of them do those same dances. A lot of them do the same dances, and you can see how that culture is getting into hip hop. There's a video that Biggie and Puffy had. I think it was a Warning video. In that video, it was a transgender woman playing Biggie's girlfriend. She woke up in the bed with him and all of that. Hold on, I'm gonna find it for you. You're gonna find it. I'm gonna put it up. Yeah, see, I found it. Now you can see how all of this gay culture and all this femininity has kind of moved into the hip hop genre, hip hop industry. This is a lot of how a lot of the drill music and the drill rappers dance up there in New York and I think in Chicago, just in the whole little genre of the drill music. A lot of the dances that they do, they took from the Vogue and the gay community. Check it out. Where do I start? Life fucked up, dream deferred, stuck no luck, shattered to pieces. See, this is what a lot of the Voguers do and a lot of the gay community do in their videos, and this is their dance style and this is their dance type. Now watch. Let me see. Let me see. Where was it at? Now watch. See, they do all that jumping on the floor and hopping on the floor and going down. A lot of this stuff is what the rappers doing in their videos. See? See? Yup. See, like maybe not to that extent, a lot of the drill rappers do, but that's what they doing. They dancing just like that. They dancing just like that. So if you look at the rappers how they dance, look, they basically doing the same thing. See? All these young men, everybody want to be a drill rapper and dance. A lot of them hairstyles look like women. A lot of them dancing like the transsexual women and all of that. Look. We need to start bringing real men back into the game and hip hop, and the men need to start acting like men. We got too many men walking around here acting zesty and fugazi and flawed. You know? What happened is this whole woke movement has started a narrative that a lot of the stuff that real men do is toxic masculinity. You know, men being, you know, standing on business, men having morals, values and principles, men not condoning certain shit, men, you know, saying, no, we ain't with the gay shit. It ain't about not offending you. I don't give a fuck about not offending you. Y'all offend us, so we don't care about offending you. We ain't with that. If you with that, go over there with that. But all this sexual assault shit, you know, a lot of this trick culture. Hip hop is a big trick culture. Yeah, you got dudes that are straight tricks, and then they whine and crying about the women using them because they leading with their money. So you acting like a trick, she treating you like a trick, and then you getting mad at it. And then they get mad at it. So go figure. Like go figure, really. You got rappers. I found this real funny. Matter of fact, a lot of the rappers, if you listen to their music, and I always found this weird and crazy to me. I used to always wonder this. I used to think to myself, man, why these women love listening to this motherfucking music, and in the music all they saying is, man, bitch, fuck you, you know, give me some head, I'm gonna get your girl, and you know, I skeet off, you know, I'm busting in you and skeeting off and fuck you and this and that. I'm like, damn. And the chicks love listening to that. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I'm thinking to myself, I'm a grown man. I'm doing grown man music. I'm talking about, man, I love you, you know, I love you, shawty, you look good, you know, wear them high heels, yeah, you looking good, you about your business, woo, woo, woo. I wasn't saying none of that extreme shit that them dudes are doing. And I'm like, damn, why wouldn't the women be rocking towards my music? But they go into the dudes that's straight gutter. Man, fuck that bitch, she give me head, running down. My man running through her, we all running through, he running the train. I'm like, damn. And I'm trying to make rap records, I'm showing love to the women. I'm showing straight up love to the women. I got records where I'm showing straight. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. We're gonna pull the video up, and we're gonna post the video. Over here. Over here. Let me see over here. We're gonna post the video up here, and we're gonna let it rock for a little bit. We're gonna let the video rock for a little bit.
Yeah, you looking mean, like a black queen, doing big things on your own scene. How you love this? Gon' holler back. How you love that? How I get stacks, 6-inch heels, body made to kill, world at your will, gon' do the deal. Me, I'm here now, here to save them all. I don't never trick, but I do ball. Beauty so exquisite, can I pay a visit? Yeah,
I'm making records like this. I'm showing love to the sisters. I'm trying to, you know, hold them up, but they rocking with the niggas that making records talking about, man, fuck you, you know, swallow this and eat this, and I want your girl, and I'm fucking your friends, and you know, you skirting off it. I said, man, the game is backwards. The rap game is backwards. The rap game is dead. The rap game is about to be over. Mark my words. The rap game is about to be over. Facts. Watch. Yeah, those are just a couple examples of how the rap industry is just. It's time for a redo. It's time for a straight up makeover. A lot of these cats that are getting money that are in position, they gonna fuck it up for everybody. Another example is the rapper The Game. Yeah, the Game from the West Coast, the one that came up under Dr. Dre and 50 Cent. He can't even have any of his business or any of his money or anything like that in his own name, because he has a sexual assault lawsuit against him that was won by the young lady, and she won millions. She won millions from him because he sexually assaulted her, touched on her, or did something on the set of one of his TV shows and things like that. And it's just an example to show you that these dudes, man, these dudes have no control, self-control, no sexual. Oh man, the word keep losing my mind, but they have no sexual exclusivity. When you don't just give it out to everybody. You just they want to run up on everybody and rock with everybody and get everybody because they're getting a little bit of money right now. But what they doing is they fucking off their career and they jagging off their life. Trey Songz, I know he not in hip hop, genre whatever, but he got allegations of him raping, taking pussy and things like that. These dudes, man, they enough. Like these brothers is on some crazy shit. The young dude from what is his name? I can't think of his name, but the young guy from that TV show Empire. He was talking about how he had some run-ins and things like that with Puff Daddy and all them and Will Smith and all that, and he ain't been the same since. That young dude is messed up. Yeah, that's him. Bryson Gray. That's his name. Check it out. He's suing Will Smith and Puff Daddy. I think he was being mentored by Will Smith and Puffy or whatever. And it says, who is Bryson Gray? Empire star suing Diddy and Will Smith for $50 million alleged claim explored. So he's suing them for some sexual assault shit or something like that. I think it's allegedly, but they they screwed him up. You ain't seen him since. You haven't seen him since. It says, as Diddy continues to amass soaring backlash for allegedly sexually assaulting 4 women, claims of former actor Bryson Gray reportedly suing him for the same reason have surfaced online. It is worth noting that Gray had not publicly confirmed that he was going to take legal action. Nonetheless, the gossip has spread like wildfire across YouTube. Wow. For those uninitiated, Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of rape, sexual trafficking, and drugging multiple women, including singer Cassie, amongst others. Meanwhile, speculation about the former being sexually interested in men has spread like wildfire online. Let's see. According to this YouTube channel, Bryson Gray is considering filing a lawsuit against Diddy and Will Smith for traumatizing him after alleged freak-off sessions. It was also reported that Gray plans to sue the singer for $50 million. Wow. Yeah, this is the young guy. He was on Empire. So he's allegedly suing Will Smith and Diddy for assault, sexual assault, and having a little freak-off session. But what's crazy is that he's here on the Wendy Williams channel, and Wendy Williams is sitting around. All she's known for is gossip and talking trash about people and crazy things like that. But yeah, man, these dudes. It says Bryson Gray did not last long in Hollywood as he was forced to leave due to claims of domestic abuse. Wow. So yeah, the hip hop community, man, has had dirty little secrets going on for a long time. It's time to clean out the whole hip hop industry. It's time to erase it and regroup. And it just comes to light to me. It seemed like a lot of the brothers in them industries, they got that pervert mentality to them. Pervert swag or whatever. My man Jap coined that term, pervert swag. You can see it when you have a lot of the ball players, basketball or football or whatever. The women they go after ex-porn stars. They got Zion Williams. He's actually dating and having a child with an ex-porn star. Also, too, a couple months ago, there was a retired NBA player. His wife and him were arguing or something like that, and she kind of put it on the internet and it went viral. But she's an ex-porn chick, and he got mad at her because she's still out doing OnlyFans and things like that. So you got a lot of the brothers that are in position that are getting money. Bill Cosby. A lot of brothers that are getting money in position of power. Just got pervert mindsets, man. It's time to chill the fuck out. Y'all making us look bad. A lot of y'all brothers and black men are making us look bad. We need more men in the game like Denzel Washington and stuff like that. Cats that are not going crazy with it and know how to conduct themselves and know how to move in the industry, and they have a wife and a family. You don't hear about them getting into crazy stuff or just nonsense things happening. We need more men like that. We need more brothers like that in hip hop too. In the movie game and things like that, man. Too many of these brothers just got perverse swag and just don't have no sexual discipline. That's the word I was looking for. They have no sexual or discipline. They don't know how to control themselves around women, or they think every woman is a tool to sex and fuck. Now, by no means necessary am I what they call it, a feminist. I do believe a lot of these chicks align, or what they'll do is they'll have babies to kind of lock a brother down and get secure that bag by having children with them. A lot of women do that. That's their retirement plan. So they don't make it any better on themselves. It's a two-way street. Women got to stop with these damn BBLs, getting all this fake hair and fake body parts everywhere. Then they want everything accentuated and exaggerated. Then they get mad when a man look at that and say, "Hey, this is what I want. This is all they want." So it's a give and take. Like I said before, that was one of the main reasons why I've never been in strip clubs. I've been in one time, and that was when I moved to Atlanta. I got a family member down there. He lived down there all his life, and he just wanted to introduce me to it and show me what they do in Atlanta and this and that. And I went to it, but it just wasn't my thing. I felt weird up in there. I felt like I was being a trick, or the female was just looking at me crazy, So it didn't even feel comfortable being inside of a strip club on some of that pervert type swag or pervert type stuff that they were doing. And I just never. It never was my thing. It was never something that I liked or rocked with or any of that. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. We going in on all these pervert ass down low dudes in hip hop that's killing it for the game and making us look bad, making black men as a whole look bad, because that's what the media tends to focus on and put the camera on, are the ones that are bigger than normal, which is sports and entertainment and things like that. So we gotta change that narrative. And, the real men, the brothers, we really gotta start standing up and pointing them niggas out and saying, "Nah, we ain't rocking with that. Homie gotta go over there with that. We don't do that over here." So we really gotta start putting it down and standing on business when it comes to these dudes doing this fugazi shit, looking crazy. It don't make no sense. But what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to find video of some attorneys talking about the court allegations in this latest case and what they got against Puff Daddy. And this shit is just sick, man. It's straight pervert shit. And these are the men or the dudes that all the women will flock to and want to be around because they got that bread and they got that paper, they got that bag, and these women want that lifestyle where they can be taken care of and be soft and all of that and don't want to do nothing. But man, these dudes are sick. A lot come with that shit. So it's definitely time to reevaluate the hip hop industry. It's definitely time to reevaluate the hip hop industry. As a matter of fact, they had some videos of the men from that group, the X Clan. They had videos from the brothers from that group, the X Clan, that were charged with sexually assaulting that young lady that was in their group and that was under their care and things like that. And that came out at least 6-7 years ago, but it never did gain a lot of traction from it. And I wanted to see if I could find it and pull it up and play a little bit of it. Copyright, fair use. I don't want to get a copyright strike on the channel, but I'm gonna see if I can find it. We're gonna pull it in and see if we can play a little bit of it. Copyright strike for purposes of education, entertainment, and commentary. But a little bit of the audio that I'm about to play you is the audio from an interview that the brothers right here in this picture, X Clan. I think, matter of fact, one of the guys he passed away. I think he passed away from AIDS. I don't know which one it was, but it was one of them. But this is an interview that they did with the allegations of the young lady Patrice that said she was being sexually assaulted and raped by them back in the day when she was young and she was staying or whatever with them. And this is a little bit of the interview from the rap group X Clan, and they were kind of addressing the claims. So we'll listen to a little bit of it, but I'll let y'all decide.
Care to start because debacle, as you guys may or may not know, with the Zulu Nation, and I took some time, I did some research, and my team also did some research, and then a police incident report was produced, so it went to another level. Brother Jay, would you care to start, because the allegations that Patrice Griffin is making are more so directed at you at this particular point in time?
I don't. For one thing, when we spoke earlier, my confusion was what kind of police report to give her access to a radio station to create a fairy tale without our, without our consent from our side on our story is. I don't have a police report in my hand saying that I was served for a sexual crime or whatever the fuck this is. This didn't come to my table in that fashion. This came to my table from someone coming to extort me for information and came to my daughter to say that they were going to the press on information about Professor X and for me to contact them.
Okay.
There was no charges or anything brought to me at that time. So I don't even know where this came from. And then the next thing I see, we're on YouTube or whatever it is, I'm getting calls talking about somebody put some charges against me and I wasn't contacted. I was emailed to a booking email.
So that's the brother Jay from the group X Clan. He's kind of addressing the allegations of the sexual assault that this lady right here named Patrice Griffin, she wrote a book about it. And he's addressing her charges and her allegations and things. I don't know what happened with the case or anything like that, but it was a story that I was following. I didn't want to play too much of the interview because I didn't want to get a copyright strike. But yeah, it's crazy in that music industry. It's definitely crazy in that music industry. A lot going on. A lot of these brothers, they definitely need to check themselves. Definitely need to be some self-checking going on, some self-analyzation, all of that. Because what's happening right now in the rap game is going to lead to the demise of it. It's definitely going to be over in a minute because It just can't. It can't go on like this. That's why the women are winning in rap right now. The women, they killing the rap game right now. A lot of the brothers, they done messed up and they ain't got nothing, nothing going. They done. We skipping around a little bit, but hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. I done talk for an hour on this topic, but we got to stop supporting these pervert, devious ass entertainers and brothers that are doing foul shit. The brothers got to start holding them accountable, calling them out, pushing them to the side. Because what they gonna do? They gonna kill rap music. That's definitely one thing that they looking to do. They gonna shut it down. Too many accusations are coming out. Too much is going on with sexual assault and trafficking. They try to put trafficking on them and Fed cases. They trying to lock Puff up. And if he did that shit, then he need to be locked up. You got to pay the piper. So hit that like, share, subscribe button. Give me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the rap industry. All these down low dudes fucking the game up. Not having no self-control or dick discipline. Doing foul shit to women. Too much music about fuck women. We hate women. All that. That ain't what it's about. It take two. So, God Body Shaman, check y'all on the next one. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. I appreciate y'all for supporting. And we'll check y'all on the next broadcast. One.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning.
Elevation Nation Conversations. God Body Shaman.